So happy Tuesday or Wednesday, depending where you are in the world. Hey, Florence, great to see you. Let me click on this. Give me a big wave or throw a five in the chat if you're on camera. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, guys. And this is our onboarding call. This is probably one of my favorite. We have a lot of cold calls that happen all the time. We're kind of just hanging out all the time. If you're new, welcome to the family. You're in at such a great time. Like, I know it's kind of cliche, but it's true. I was masterminding with Winner today, for example. We're talking about the new tools and systems and things that are going on. Winner, I got you here. If you guys don't know Winner Baker, she is an incredible leader, senior officer. That is a six-figure position, a master closer, Hawaiian, but moved over to Arizona. So bringing the aloha over there. What are you excited about right now, Winner?
Oh my gosh. I'm excited about everything. I mean, I'm excited about PXP because I know what it did for me and my excitement and my belief and meeting everybody in the community in person and just where, it took my business after. I'm excited about everything that we were working on today to, simplify our scripts and try to work on making them better and just more simple and make more sense for everybody. So I'm excited about a lot.
Big things coming,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and thank you for your collaboration, guys. We just the one of the big differences in our organization here is we truly are better together, and I think there's power in numbers. And one thing that's really special about this type of business, and I see that Julie, for example, said she's on here for her first official onboarding. Come on, welcome, welcome, welcome. I see Kelly Smith here as well too. I was chatting with the Carnies here today. Um, is you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And I got this earlier today, and I want to give you a couple of frameworks on how you can just skyrocket your business in this next phase. We're preparing for some really major things. I've been in this type of business now for 15 years, 16 years, kind of crazy. And if I were to go wind the clock all the way back and I was starting brand new, here's a couple of things that I wish I would have known and would have done right off the bat. All right, you guys ready to take a couple of notes here? Because in this next phase, we're just going to the moon. We're going to more than double in the next 90 days. We're going to never hear promoted. Like it's going to be great, you know? And one of the first things that I realized is I had to uncondition myself from the fear of asking questions and getting help. I think we live in a society where, especially in school, if you get help from someone in a classroom, for example, that's called cheating, right? You can't go to your neighbor. I mean, let's say I'm sitting next to Diane Odom, who's, she's smart. She's a retired registered nurse, all types of certifications. In class, you call that cheating. In business and life, that's called being smart, right? Collaboration is wise because you don't have to know the answers. You just have to know the person that knows the answer. By the way, I'm curious if you were the type of person that was pretty good at school, put a one in the comments. If you were the type where you're like trying to get out of school, you really didn't care, put a two in the comments. Yeah, we have all types. We probably have a mix here. Awesome. I appreciate the honesty here. So what's great is in this business, weekly, we get paid in this compensation plan. Is our goal every single week is how do we help you and your people continue to get more wins, to get promoted? And then when you get promoted, you're going to have more teammates, and then you start to help them get promoted. And it gets really fun because you start getting paid and then paid very well, right? But definitely, if you ever have questions, the best thing to do is go ask a question. Every single one of us is one question away from your next breakthrough. And I know sometimes, at least for me, I can feel like, man, am I bothering people? And here's the truth. We're in a business. What I like about the structure of network marketing is in order for us to do well, you need to do well. In order for you to do well, you want your people to do well. So unlike a job, here you want your people to win, and we don't want to withhold anything. But we don't have mind, we're not mind readers. So the best thing to do is if you ever feel stuck, if you ever feel like, man, I need to get some clarification, reach out. You're one question away from your next best answer. All right. Does that make sense? Give me a wave or put a yes in the comments below. Secondly, here's something I've realized in just working with thousands of people that have succeeded long term. Because what I care about is that you build a business that pays you better than you expect for a long time, and that you can help live a life that you truly want to have as we power health and prosperity throughout the world, as Partner Co says. Is I've realized that there's some parallels and patterns on what helps people succeed. And it might not be what you think. I thought that it meant that I had to be a good salesperson, or I thought it meant that I needed a lot of contacts. I thought it meant that I had to be a good speaker. And because of that, I knew that I was going to fail, because in the beginning, I was none of those. I was so shy. I couldn't order food at a restaurant. I had like almost no friends because I was very shy. And like my Facebook was like, I don't know, 100 friends. And I was the type of Facebook where my mom would like my posts only. Anyone here of, family, a loved one that loves your post, right? Um, and I really did not have much charisma. But what I realized is my mentor shared with me that if you have these three traits, you can win. And these are all things that we can all have. Number one, you have to be hungry. Desire is important. Who here considers yourself ambitious? If you have a goal, you're going for it. You're like, we're crushing this thing, right? You have to have your own reasons for this. And I'd encourage you, make them big, make them exciting, make them something that you know that is going to help out you, your family. Maybe it's your kids' kids. Maybe it's contribution, whatever that it is. Number two is you must be willing. The reality is there's going to be things in your growth process that are going to be uncomfortable to do. But my mentor taught me this philosophy that if you do the uncomfortable things until they become comfortable, then that's when you win. So it's very uncomfortable in the beginning for me. We're going to go through some onboarding things. You might not be comfortable with posting. You might be the type of person that says, I'm not that type of person on social media. I'm not that type of person that does business. Well, you can become that type of person, and that person will be the one to attract the types of success that you want. All right. Who here is willing to change for the better if you know that that's going to help you achieve your goals? Give me a wave or put it me. Yeah. So for things to change, we have to change. So the reality is it's a change process. We're all going to be like little caterpillars right now, and then we're going to go into cocoon phase. And then eventually we're going to be butterflies. All right. Winter shows she's going to be some like, I don't know, some super colorful flames coming out of her butterfly wings type of butterfly, so we have types of stuff. So change is a part of the process. You have to be willing to do the uncomfortable things until it becomes comfortable. And the last thing is this, super important, is coachable. Coachable. I used to think that I had to know it all and I had to go figure it out on my own, and then I could succeed. What I realized is successful people just find a proven system, mentors, and a path, and they just follow it. And then they take exactly what they do, they copy it, and they get the result. Successful people are the ones that are able to just be good copycats, basically. So are you coachable? If we're the types of people that give you good constructive feedback and we give you something in love that works, are you willing to try it before you judge it, right? And I had to learn these things. And if you have these three things, being willing, coachable, and hungry, you have the systems here, you have the tools here, you have the products here, we have the environment here. There is no reason why you cannot succeed in this business. Every single one of you can write your own paychecks on exactly what you want. All right. So if you're willing to accept all of those conditions there as we get into tonight, put a yes in the comments below, and I'm going to shut up and I'm going to bring up some really, really cool people. All right. Come on. So first up, we have, as you launch your business, we have a launch system here. So if you're newer here, I know we were talking with Julie, Stephanie Little brought on board a brand new teammate, Julie. And Julie, we introduced in a three-way chat. She got welcomed to the family, and she's going through what's called her onboarding system. So when you're brand new, you want to go through this. It's called their Alice bot. It's on this link. If you don't have this and you're new, go talk to one of your mentors, coaches, and go seek out the information, because it'll walk you through step by step on exactly what to do. All right. It's like if you had a winter baker around you, that's an Energizer bunny, but she will never get tired. And she can always be very patient and will tell you exactly what to do next. So you want to make sure that you go through this. It's going to teach you how to do what's called your launch post. It's going to teach you how to post and attract and scripts and download all the stuff. Okay. So if you didn't do that yet, that's homework for you. As you do that, it's going to help you to drive towards some of our primary goals. First goal you have in your business is something called ultimate. All right. This maximizes your pay. This helps you to be able to expand your success. If you are already ultimate, put a U in the comments below. That is the place to be. That is like every single six-figure plus earner is at ultimate. Okay. If you're not there, we're going to get you there. How do you get there? Talk to your mentors, make it a goal. We'll construct a plan. We'll figure that out. Erin's 476 points away. I already know Erin's going to get it done because she knows exactly where she's at. So those would be huge, huge keys. All right. These are all recipes in this whole system that we have. So good job. Cheryl said you're working on this today, not launched yet. Cheryl, come on, let's go. Congratulations. As you get through that, you're going to start putting money in your pocket. You're going to make $1,000, $2,000. I see Allison Britton here. She talked about her launch, and in the first month, she was able to enroll like 40 people, right? Customers, partners, made several $1,000s. We have a launch system that'll work for you as you continue to do that. Who here's already made a check in your partner code business already, by the way? Give me a wave or put in me in the comments. Alita did. Come on. Like, we have a system that works. Liz did. Shanna did. Paul, great. Congrats. Tell me another company that has a system like that. You know, one of the big reasons my partner co is exploding around the world. Number two, momentum around the world is because we have a system that works. Winner said every single Friday for over a year. Come on. That's goals right there. As you do that, then you have these cool things of titles and promotions. And we love to get recognized. In fact, there's many different promotions. Manager is one very key promotion that starts to have some type of leadership. You're going to learn how to sell the product, but then you're also going to start to build a team and then start to duplicate your success. Manager is when you make around $1,000. Manager is when average manager makes around 1,000 plus a month. Manager, you're starting to build your team a little bit. So you have some leadership. It takes intention. It takes strategy. We made a shout out the other day on how to go manager. So some tools that we have here to share this on this wellness360.community/links page. If you scroll down, we have a lot of resources for you here. One of them is called the Champions Network YouTube channel. So we have all of our business replays, like this one you're seeing right now, will go onto there. All of our IPA calls, income producing activity calls, all of our training. We have a lot of cool stuff here. You can binge for days on this. But if you go down here, we have playlists, and one of them is a partner co-compensation plan playlist. The other day, we actually did a training on how to achieve manager and above. So if that's one of your targets, you might want to watch that video. We had a couple teammates that just nailed this down, and I actually want to bring them up and talk to them about how they did this and teach us some things, because the best people to learn from are those that just made this happen. So first up, we got Miss Shelly. Let me find you real quick. Shelly, where'd you go? Shelly, let me know. She might have popped off. I know she was driving. I'll have Miss Dory first then. All right. Dory, and there is no affiliation with Dora the Explorer. You're the Hawaiian version. That's way cooler. So, Dory, our newest manager. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, James?
Extra amazing because you are here. Congratulations. So, for those of us that don't know you, Dory, who was Dory even before Partner Co? What brought you in here and everything?
So I am from the island of Oahu originally, but moved to Maui. And when I moved to Maui, I came into absolutely having no ties of friendship, no family. So I have been introduced to this concept about 4 or 5 years ago with Peter. Um, but I wasn't super onboarded with the business side. I did try the drops at that point in my life, but I wasn't super consistent. But now I'm a new mom. And for everybody here who's a mom, we all know we go through those postpartum challenges and hormone imbalance and all that stuff. So when I initially moved here, I was going through that roller coaster. 4.5 months of being depressed, angry, you name it, I was going through it. So I needed something to reset that because I honestly didn't want to put myself or my daughter in harm's way, you know? So, and I wanted her to see that mom is happy and alive and well and happy to be home, you know, with her. So that was kind of where my mind was at that point. I had jumped on February of this year. And aside from resetting my hormones and getting all of that back to normal, you know, of course, the weight management came with it. And I wanted to definitely lose some weight because I was at my heaviest back in February. Never hit that before, ever in my life. And it was just mind blowing how quick, when you stay on program and you follow these simple steps, what you can see from it. So, you know, fast forwarding to today, I've seen so much progress and positive results for myself. And I want to share that and be that face that people see that this is legit and real and can work as long as you commit, you know? So that's
Come
kind of where
on.
I'm at today.
What were some of your results on the drops then? I think that's super relatable. Congratulations.
So I initially started at my heaviest of 180 with a size 12 in pants, had no energy, super sluggish. Fast forwarding till ending of last month. So a couple of days ago, I was at my lowest. I was at 138. So I'm super stoked. Um, and I'm back to actually, I'm a size 6, which is a lot lower than what I used to be at even before pregnancy, before college even actually. So I'm
Wow.
super happy. But aside from just the weight management, I immediately noticed my craving for sugar disappearing. And I'm a huge sugar fiend. So I used to eat sugar 3 to 4 times a day, whether it be candy, cake, whatever. Like that was probably the biggest thing I was scared of that wasn't going to change. But
Mm,
3 days starting the drops, I noticed that was gone. And that's what kept me going. Because
mm,
I know that once I saw that, other things were going to start to happen. So the
mhm.
energy, of course, went up. My daughter has to keep up with me now.
Come on.
um, so it's kind of flipped, which is funny. And then, you know, I sleep prior to starting these drops was a bit of a mess just because when you have a newborn, you're up all hours of the night trying to tend to them and everything. So that has been a lot better. And really that's the biggest changes I've seen. I'm
Mm,
naturally a healthy person, but those changes being a mom has definitely increased my stamina to be able to keep up with her and just myself and my routine daily now. So
that's massive. Guys, how many moms out there do we know? And when I hear story, I'm like, gosh, we need to share this with moms out there. Just absolutely inspirational. Shout out to Peter. I know Peter's been coaching very well on all aspects, of course. So you had the health results, and yeah, those photos are mind blowing. So this note to take first is, do you have your story yet? All right. So if you have your story, then or if you don't, let's take it to the next level. Let's take it. Hi. Aw.
she
Oh,
just woke up. Sorry.
no worries. This is real life. So I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, oh, she is adorable. My goodness. So, Dory, talk to us then about the business side. How did you get manager done? What are some tips? So you have your story. How do you then translate that into some business success?
So it's funny because I knew that that was on the back of my head to hit, but how quick that that I managed to get it is all thanks to my teammates, yourself, Peter, Sean. We all work together to get that going. The
Mm,
second the challenge, actually, the second your replay came out of how to hit manager. So, there was obviously a date for deadline of hitting it. And we just came up with an initial plan on how we can do it. So the way that I started was I wasn't forget about doing one pack. I wanted to focus on four.
Mm,
Um, so because it in reality, people are gonna want to do it for the 3 month time. So
mm,
why not just get a 4 pack, right? I mean,
mm,
you're saving yourself money and you're basically doing a buy three, almost getting one free kind of
mm-hmm,
deal. So that was my initial intent of getting people onboarded and trying to one, also hit my points, but two,
mm,
get them the results because they'll be on it for the 3 months.
mm,
And everybody that I've onboarded, I was actually hosting a promotion that Peter created
mm-hmm,
for not just myself, but for both of us. And, we were giving a discount
mm-hmm.
to host this promotion. And that's how I got my hit to manager. And I and I don't and these are people that have been in my pipeline before that have turned me down. So the
Mm.
people that I've asked are people that I revisited with the discount promotion.
Wow.
I did have some code market that were interested,
Yeah.
but financially they couldn't do it right away. So to hit manager, obviously, was a huge thing for me that I ended up just doing. I think I must have sent out like 30 to 40 presentation slash invites every single
Mm.
day for the past like 4 or 5 days.
Mm.
It was kind of ridiculous how much I was on my phone to get that
Mm.
out there, but I made it work
Yes.
and it hit. So, you know, aside from that promotion, the people that came back that have turned me down
Mm.
didn't even know about the promotion. I initially didn't even tell them about it. They asked,
Mm.
"What are
Mm.
you talking about? Like what's going on? What are you trying to do?" So
Mm.
I shared it with them. And then I brought up the whole promotion thing. So I
Mm.
didn't initially start with that with some of the
Mm.
people that came back, but to get them onboarded fast
Mm.
enough,
Mm.
that's where I ended up selling the most of my 4 packs.
Makes sense. Makes
So,
sense. So people
and
had, oh, go for it. Go for it.
sorry,
No, I don't
um,
know.
we're also doing like a 4 pack. If you signed up, I personally create out of my inventory of products that I have a little goodie bag as a thank you.
Ah.
So they're getting a thank you goodie bag from me. So that way
Mm.
they can see like it's not just about the purchase, but it is about your support, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll still use the product
Yeah.
regardless. So
I
yeah, that's
love
kind of
that.
where we were in train of thought, and that's
Yep.
how I hit it. And these people that couldn't do it financially right away are in my pipeline to grab my boxes I have.
Come
Like
on.
they're still or future customers to be. So
Huge.
yeah.
Wow. Dory, this is so awesome. So what she did, because there's questions in the chat on promotion, you can do many different ways to get the product out there. One thing you can consider, it's your own business, right? Is there's three price points. There's retail, there's 15% off a subscription, there's wholesale. Is you can consider giving a one-time discount through your own account to a customer, like a one-time customer thing for a limited amount. You'll still get the points, means you won't get the retail, but that means that you have people that are committed for the product, and it's not a bad idea for certain strategies to use. So you use that. There's a deadline, win-win situation. And what I also got is you took massive action. You sent out 30 to 40 messages a day to just get the seed out there. So we have attraction. When you launch your business, we have our posts, we have our everything. That's great. And you had I mean, when you launched, you had a lot of success with your launch posts and everything. However, then you also want to get into action mode. And if you want it bad, you will find the people that you need to serve. And now you have an overabundance of all different types of success and people that want to get blessed by your product. So huge congratulations. Last question, Dory. You're all the way out in Hawaii. We actually have Hawaiians here. If you're in Hawaii or if you know people in Hawaii, put a one in the comments below. We definitely want to talk more about Hawaii expansion. Last question is from Hawaii to PXP, the Partner Co experience. This is all the way in Dallas, Texas. You have a young daughter. It's a long travel. It takes time, money, energy, everything. Um, why? What would you say to the person that's on the fence saying, should I make that commitment for myself? Because it costs a lot, it takes a lot, a lot of sacrifice. What would you say to that person on why they should consider going?
Well, I mean, if I'm being real, have been in that position. I can say that I was thinking the same thought when Peter brought it up to me, because I am a stay-at-home mom. I don't make a steady income aside from this. So, I took the leap of faith. And if that's you, do the same. Only because it's not just about spending the money to go. You're going to make those connections and meet the people in your team to help you grow. And, I can't say to my teammates that are on with me on my team, I have told them that. And they were super close, but of course, things happen. But still, I mean, for the person that's listening or on here that is still on the fence, I would say go, because you can get so much information from attending and meeting people like yourself and Winter and Pam and all these fabulous people that will help you. They're here to help you. And this company is really about community. I can't share that enough. Like, Peter and Sean have been on my beck and call for the past 5 days. And let me tell you, there was a lot of texting going on, middle of the night to 2 a.m. going on between them. And they were there for me. And that's what these guys will be there for you too. So
On Dory, huge congratulations.
thank you.
So proud of you. Thank you for sharing. Everybody, throw tons of love in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. So many notes. Success leaves clues, and congratulations to the leadership team. Another note that I took is teamwork makes the dream work. It's not just by yourself. So don't run this alone. We all have accountability. We all have mentorship and coaching structures and everything. But the saying is that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So first takes Dory, because you made the call. You're like, I'm going manager. And you're like, I don't even know what that exactly means, but I'm going manager. And now the team's like, all right, let's go figure it out. So you took that initiative. No one pushed you. You said, I want to go do it. And you meant to make that happen, So PXP, by the way, if you have a ticket already, we got 9 days left. Put a 1 in the comments. This is all systems go to that. We do have some tickets left, by the way, for this at early bird pricing. So if you're on the fence with that, do it today. Do it today. It's gonna be the best decision of your life, and talk to us and we'll help you. All right. Miss Shelly, I just saw you as well. Oh my gosh, I think there you are. Okay. Shelly, I got you back here. Hey, Shelly, let me know if you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm unmuted.
Shelly, thank you for joining us. Shelly, now, so you have stay-at-home mom in Hawaii. Now, on the flip side, we have Shelly from a complete different side. Shelly, where are you calling in from?
Calling in from Calgary, Alberta.
Calgary, Alberta. Come on, Canada. Who here's Canadian, by the way? Shout out to our Canadians. So, Shelly, you have an interesting story as well, but you have been familiar with this network marketing space for a little bit. How long have you been involved in network marketing?
Probably 15 years.
15 years. Okay. And even after all these years, what is it about this type of profession that keeps you going?
Well, I have to say, when I first saw network marketing, I was so blown away. I could not believe that anyone could make money like this. You didn't have to have an education to do it. You just had to be willing to learn and get out there and work at it. So I just could not believe it. I told my husband, and he was so skeptical. He told me, oh, you don't do those things. But I did anyway. I didn't listen. And for me, when I first got involved, I had no clue about what the services, what the products did in the company I was in. I just was so excited about what it could do for people that I actually beat some company records. I made $4,000 my first month because I was excited. I had my first home meeting the 19th of December. I invited 12 people. Oh, I invited more than that, but 12 people came, 9 people signed up, and
Wow.
we were on fire. And in the first 6-8 months, I made $20,000.
Come on.
So it was like, this works. And then some things, then it slowed down a little bit, but then ended up being talked into changing companies
Mm.
and have not made that kind of money since. And what I found, you can become very, committed to your company, but then nobody on my team was making money. I was making some, but not a lot. But every month I made money. And then there got to be, sometimes you'll run into situations where you have people that don't get along, or there's political stuff, or the company is not doing the right thing. And so kind of step back because I didn't want to be a part of that. And then ended up getting into a health product company that we just absolutely love. The products like this company were exceptional products, really helping people. The company had a family feel. The owners, the leadership were all committed to the field, and you just did feel like family. But unfortunately, our founders, 2 of them died, were killed in a plane crash.
Wow.
And that really kind of, the company just kind of stayed on an even keel, but didn't really move forward a lot, got bought out. And then I wasn't happy with the company we were with. And lucky for me and for lots of the people that I know, Mr. Dana Harper had been doing some research, and he just advised us that he and Miss Amelia were going to be, like, they had left were leaving the company. And if we were interested, we could, touch base and find out what they were doing. But I just feel like they had so much integrity. They did not take their team with them. They offered the information if we wanted it. And if not, they would consider that would support us. So stepped in, and for me, I'm retired. But it just happened to be when we first got in, I understood the value of when you get in.
Hold up, you're breaking up just a little bit.
Then, but I was in, and I was
There
checking
you
out.
are.
Oh,
You're back.
Can you
You're
hear
good.
me now?
You're good.
Okay. Yeah, this is driving in rural Alberta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I've gone along, and then I have, because of family or other circumstances, maybe not been as consistent, but still been doing the do on a regular basis. And how I got to manager, in my opinion, was just you continue to build that relationship with the people you bring in, with your customers. And I continued working with one of my partners, and she said, I'm ready to go ultimate. Now, she had lots of challenges in her life, both her personal life, her health, lots of things happening. And so when she said that, I was working with her, to try to help her get there. And she said, no, I want to go ultimate pretty quickly. And I need a lot of product right now. And then I just kind of said, well, if you would do me a favor, if you're ready to go ultimate, let's get it done this week.
Nice.
He did. And to me, part of that is the relationship you built.
Totally. So if you help your people get what they want, you can get what you want. So what you're hearing from Shelly is, like we mentioned, you want to go ultimate, which Shelly is. You want to help your people then go ultimate. And as you help them, that pushes you up as well too. So think to yourself, who in your team are you helping go ultimate? Right. And you're leading that, and you're helping that, and you're just helping her figure out a solution there. Shelly, amazing story. For somebody that has a lot of exposure to this type of business, what is it about Partner Co. and this team that makes you say, this is the place I want to plant my flag?
I have had several years experience in the industry, and I have not experienced the feeling we have with our team, with our company, the commitment, the you know, the whole package is just unusual. For there to be such caring commitment from all leaders, for there to be people, teams working together. So whether, you know, I'm on your team or not, you're helping me. And that's consistent. That's what I've seen consistently with all the teams that are working in our Champions Network. Like, it just is incredible. And then our leaders, our owners are just, you can feel them. And if you've been on a Zoom with them or whatever, you really can feel their caring, their concern, and their commitment to this company. But when you actually get to meet them in person, that feeling is kind of like a warm hug that wraps around you. They care, and you feel that.
I love that. Who here needs more hugs around you? Like, that's a good way to describe it. Shelly, this is incredible. And that's why we are in the best place ever here. Congratulations on manager, walking the stage. And last question, if you don't mind me asking, how young are you?
I'm 71. I'll be 72 this month.
That's really, that's crazy.
So
oh my God. That's gold.
There's another thing that I see different about this company.
Yeah.
I see lots of seniors that are in the company enjoying the products because of what they do for their health, but also having success in the business because of the systems we have in place. So that is another major draw here. The system is incredible.
Oh my gosh. Come on. So I'm talking about. And Shelly, we're going to see you walking the stage at PXP in Dallas, Texas, correct?
You betcha. I'm going to be there.
Awesome. And that's saying a lot. I know with Canada, there's a lot of interesting travel situations going on now, and yet you're overcoming that and you're making it out here. That's called investing in yourself and being a leader. Way to go.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. And tell the hubby we say thank you as well, too.
I'll do that.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. So many notes here, right? If you picked up at least one thing from any of these conversations, put a 1 in the comments below. Because the reality is we have all the systems in place, right? Like, you can just follow the bouncing ball, but I love the nuances. I love the mindsets. I love the decisions. I love hearing Dory's perspective on how she transitioned from a customer to a partner and how she lunged into this and took action, made a decision. I love hearing Shelly from that experience. That gives me confidence and belief, saying, all right, maybe I don't have as much exposure to other things that are out there. Because in order for you to be confident, you have to know, all right, did I make the right decision for me and my future? Well, she's been around a lot. She's had other successes. And she's like, well, this is the place to be at for these reasons. That says a lot. So if I see her moving, and even at the young age of 71, this excited, this thrilling, I'm like, what are my excuses? Why don't I take it to the next level? Why not dream big and act now, as Partner Co says? All right. So with that, couple last things here. I hope you enjoyed today. I can't wait to hear your next stories. And that's really what this business thrives on. I want you to think to yourself, what's my next story for me and my health, for me and my Partner Co journey and my business? And what are the next stories that we're creating in our team and in our clients? Because the facts sell, stories sell. So always be thinking the next story, always be thinking the next promotion, always be thinking the next success. And some of us right now, it's time for us to make that ourselves. Some of us, it's time for us to help someone else to do it. And some of us, it's for both, right? So a couple last announcements here as you wrap today up is, if you are coming to PXP or you are seriously considering it, or if you have people that are considering it, this Thursday or Friday, if you're in Australia, actually it's Thursday, we are doing what's called our academy training. So each week we have a topical training that is very focused on something. This Thursday is going to be all about the Partner Co experience. We just got off of a speaker call today. We have an agenda. We have not one, but two, actually even 4 parties now, actually at PXP. You're going to be partied out. You're going to make so many friends. you're going to come back feeling like you just have like a new extended family that you can really, really trust in and everything. And you're going to be fired up. Winter said after PXP, her business more than doubled. So this is a place that you absolutely want to go to. So Thursday, plug that in, jot that in. You don't want to miss the details because we're going to make sure that you feel equipped with everything that's out there as well too. And one final thing is this. You heard the promotions that are going on. And what we're looking for are the next stories. I made a post right before this training started and asked the question, who here is not just wanting your next promotion, but you're sick and tired of where you're at right now and you need another promotion in your business, right? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments if that's you. I feel that way, right? So I've been talking with all of our leadership. We are putting together the biggest run in this entire organization's history to end 2025 strong. And we're not waiting until after PXP. We're starting right now. And we have a call in a group called the Millionaire Mentorship. This is for anybody that says you want more. This is for the person that isn't here just for a little side hobby thing, but you want to do something significant financially for you and your family. This is the person for the person that wants to have a fun challenge. This is for the person that wants to learn more so you can serve more. And this is for the person that wants to rise up during a time like this and you're called for so much more. And maybe you just need more mentorship. If you find a good mentor, it increases your odds of success by 500%. And for me, when I got exposed to things like what I'm sharing here, I'm like, I need to be there no matter what, because it could just be one detail that can change my life. So Wednesday, tomorrow evening, we have a call, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, sorry. Or if you're in Australia, 9 a.m. on Thursday for you. For now, it's our last Millionaire Mentorship call. Usually this is a qualifier only thing, but we are opening up for anybody that's interested in peeking in. And what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about a strategy that we have not implemented in our teams for years now. But for me and Becky, when we first got into this comp plan, we came from a lineage that was known to crush promotions on demand all around the world. Literally, the world was taking notes on what we did. And I'm talking about officers, senior officers, CEOs. I'm talking about big promotions, 5-figure, 6-figure plus promotions that happened in a relatively short amount of time. It will be recorded. It will be replayed for sure. So that call, we're going to be sharing those details and exactly what to expect. And then we're going to start formally getting into our title wave run. And our goal is to help everybody here get to the biggest titles that you and your team are ever going to do. So don't miss that. Open to every single partner. Bring your teammates onto that. If you want a head start, if you have teammates, this is one you want to re-engage people on. We're going to share the vision, share the plan. We're doing this across our entire network. So it's going to be a very fun wave. It's one of the things that you're going to feel sad if you missed out on because you see all the success and you feel FOMO. So let's just not feel FOMO and make sure that you're a part of this as well too. So we'll talk about you can be involved and talk about exact strategies there. This could be that one little boost that you need to get back onto the track. Because I know for me, I need something like that as well too. All right. So stay tuned for that. Links are in the chat and everything. Dory, thank you. Huge congratulations. So exciting. Shelly, thank you. So fun. And if you're new, launch your business, grab your PXP ticket, take the next step, whatever that is for you. Have a great evening, guys. Feel free to mute yourself and grateful to have you. God bless. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thanks, James.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, James. Thanks, everybody.